Hey YouTubers, DCollector777 here with my latest haul video. This video consists of my many finds throughout the past few weeks, but this is my first haul for 2016. So Happy New Year to you all. It seems like I may have more find footages than I do items without any footage, but the items that I do have are pretty heavy hitters in terms of boosting up my collections. So let me go ahead and get started off with the footage that I have for you guys. Hey YouTubers, DCollector777 here. Just left this storage sale and picked up some goodies for 30 bucks total. We got a Sega Master System with 2 games, Afterburner and Pro Wrestling, 2 controllers and light gun. We also have a Nintendo 64 system there. It is complete with a gray controller and some comic books. I don't know why this was in the stack. I think I may have forgotten to take this out. But I got Valiant Vision starter kit, X-Men 283, first full appearance of Bishop. It's autographed. Can't make out who that artist is. We got his cameo appearance, second printing, autographed by the same artist. Have Captain America number 386, autographed by Ron Lim, that I can make out. Got Youngblood number 2, first appearance of Shadowhawk, signed by Rob Liefeld. And not just one, but 2 of them. And last but not least, the best one of the bunch, we got X Factor number 65, and a lot of you can make out that signature. That is Jim Lee's signature. So pretty cool haul. So I just left that sale right there, which is awkward that it's happening when it's raining. But I noticed that their post had some games. Picked up 2 PSP games. First one is Lunar, Silver Star Harmony. And the other one is Gladiator Begins. Both of these I got for $6. Not bad. So I just left Superior Thrift here. And for, I believe I paid $15 for these 3 items to fuel 3 different collections of mine. First one I got for the Wii Complete Mini Ninjas. It states here, well, they marked it at $4.99, but I had a coupon that wiped out a good $10. This was a pretty cool find. Well, actually, I feel that all these are pretty cool find. A little biased, but old school 1970s Redline. I believe it's one of the Sizzler series. Played with condition, but it looks like all the parts are there. So pretty awesome. And last but not least, I got this Ninja Turtles Still Sealed Baxter Stockman. Pretty cool. I believe this is circa 1995. So not a bad haul. So I just left the Goodwill by my work and scored a pretty awesome find, or a couple of them. First off, I got this bag of Legos for $10. Let's see if I can get it out of here. It does have some minifigs, as you can see there. Little horsey, bunch of body parts. A lot of goodness there, but got to see it shows. There's a price there, $10. But the gem of the two is this bad boy. If you can see through the plastic for $40, which I feel is a pretty awesome price. Complete in box, even has the paperwork. Atomic purple Nintendo 64 system. Yeah, like I said, it has all the trimmings inside. And as you can see, I don't know if I could get it that far. The sticker shows $40. So a pretty awesome score here at the Goodwill by my work. So I just got back from a meetup of one of my coworkers' husband's friends. If I trace it back correctly. My coworker showed me a pic of items that her husband's friend was selling, and she knew that I was into the retro gaming items. So she gave me his contact info, and I met up with him. He was wanting $500 for all his retro gaming stuff, and a lot of it I already had. So I asked him, would he sell some stuff individually? And he said he would. So I picked up this bunch of goodness. This isn't a tall tote, it's one of those shorties. But I picked this up for, I believe I paid $50 for this bunch, which is a pretty awesome price. I used the friend discount, or friend of a friend's discount card, and he hooked it up with it. He was reluctant at first to sell his stuff, but then he realized that he wasn't using it as much or at all, and it was just collecting dust in his garage, so he let it go. So without further delay, let's go over the stuff that I paid $50 for. So right off the bat, as you can see, there is a pretty, it's dirty, but at least it's not yellowed. Super Nintendo system here. No chips or cracks that I could see. The thing is, it only was just the system. There weren't any controllers or AV cords or power cords. So there's that. We also got a Nintendo 64 system. It only has the jumper. If I could get this to open up correctly. Yeah, it only has the jumper. No expansion pack, but still part of the $50 deal. Oops, it's pretty cool. This one came complete with the power cable. That's the AV cable. He actually had 3 Nintendo 64 systems, and I didn't want to take them all. Just wanted to snag this bad boy up. It is the out of the 3 the better, or the best conditioned one. We got 2 official Nintendo green controllers for the Nintendo 64. Now the game goodness, we have, as you can see, peeking already. We have for the Nintendo Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. This game I did not have. I believe it's pretty uncommon. Don't run across this too much. For Nintendo as well, with box, no manual, is uninvited. This game complete fetches, I believe it goes about $100. So this one game pretty much pays for the whole lot. But I do not have this game, so it is going to go to the collection. He did throw this in. It is box only for the Nintendo DS Pokemon Heart Gold version. No Pokewalker, no game, but everything else is in there. So that's pretty cool. So if I run across another Heart Gold, I go ahead and complete it, and a Pokewalker, of course. Let's see. We got, I'll go through. There is a Sega Genesis game that I did not have.
Vector Man. So this one is going in the collection. We got some Nintendo 64 titles here. This one I didn't have either. Army Men Air Combat. Let's see. We got Space Invaders and Pokemon Stadium. With the name written on it. We got Pokemon Stadium 2. That's pretty cool. We got Super Mario 64. And last but not least, we got Zelda Ocarina of Time. In pretty good condition. So there's those stack of Nintendo 64 games. You got some Game Boy Advance games. Golden Sun. If I can get that to focus. You guys all know what that looks like. And Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga for the Advance. I also got two more Nintendo games here for the NES. Gold Kart Zelda and Gold Kart Adventure of Link. So that's pretty cool. And the two that I have left are for the Super Nintendo. We have Donkey Kong Country and Super Mario Kart. So that is a pretty awesome score for $50.
And as you guys saw, there was quite a bit of items there that I found throughout the few weeks. Garage sale has been lacking due to the weather, but you know, there are some pretty good deals to be found out there from thrift stores and Craigslist, and also buddy hookups as well. So the items that I do not have any footage on, I will start off with Japanese PlayStation games. I don't believe this ever came out in the US, correct me if I'm wrong, but for PlayStation I got Cyborg, or Cyborg, that's pretty confusing title, Cyborg, I believe. I believe this is missing the manual, but the disc is in great shape, as well as the case. And the retro video game shop by my work, somebody unloaded some Nintendo games that I did not have. You know, common titles, just titles that I needed to add to my collection. First off, we got for $2.99, and since I'm a member there, I get 10% off. We got Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I believe this was the Kevin Costner film back in the day. Legacy of the Wizard. Got Hook and T2 or Terminator 2 for $2.99, and this one came with its manual, so not bad for $2 and some change each. And these last two items that I have for you guys, like I said, are pretty heavy hitters. First off, I went ahead and flipped a lot of the doubles, or you know, significant items like the Zeldas that I found that I already have, and gathered all that all the funds up, and picked this up for the Nintendo. Pretty rare title. That is DuckTales 2. I really love DuckTales 1. I never got into playing this because I believe this is when this came out, when the Super Nintendo was starting to come out, so I never got a chance to snag this bad boy up. But I played a little bit of it. It plays exactly like the first one. Pretty fun game. I'm excited to try to beat it. But it is pretty cool. It has all the old characters from the cartoon show, as well as the newer ones that started popping up at the end of the season, or the later in the seasons. So I'm glad to add this to my collection. It is in great shape. I mean, very minimal label wear. Get it to focus there. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. And last and definitely not least, I went ahead and sold one of my copies of Batman Adventures number 12 featuring Harley Quinn. I believe, forgot how much exactly that I went for, but believe me, it went a lot more for than the $3 I paid for it. But with those funds, I went ahead and picked this guy up again. I've had him before, but I sold him. I don't know why. It is a G1 or Generation 1 Transformer, the biggest of them all. That is Fortress Maximus. He is pretty heavy. There he is in all his glory. Pretty awesome. Great shape. I mean, the only main issue is that yellowing on his left leg there. But other than that, he is in a pretty awesome condition. There's Cerebros to make up his head there. And the funny thing is with this one, I believe I paid $370 out the door for this guy. The seller put pictures of him up on his listing just like this, but it's always good to read the description, because this description stated that Spike and cogs were included as well as their guns. So I thought he was incomplete at first. Then I opened this up. He says, yeah, Spike is included. So there he is, which makes up the head for Cerebros and completes him. And he also included the two guns, which this gun by itself goes for about $100 because it's extremely hard to find. Usually gets lost. Both of them are pretty expensive. And then the radar dish was in there as well. So I was really happy about that. Then I went and checked all the compartments, and I couldn't find cogs. So I messaged the seller. I go, you know, the cogs is not included, but you said to stated he was. And then he said he found them in a bunch of bubble wrap. So he said, I'm going to go ahead and mail them out to you. And he said he also found his two guns. So I was stoked about that, because he didn't mention it in the listing as it being included. But he stated that he was just going to go ahead and send it to me as well. So I got the rifle, his big rifle. See if I can get it on him here. As well as his dual cannon right there. And of course, cogs, which he stated was going to be coming to me as originally. So there's that, as well as this, the two guns, and Spike, which makes him 100% complete Fortress Maximus. And typically items that are complete go for around $500 to $600. So I saved quite a bit of money in this transaction, which I was super stoked about. So yeah, there you have it, folks. Another fun-filled haul in terms of adding awesomeness to my collections. And as always, happy hunting, and thank you so much for watching.